Heading out to check on the property and the cabin and stuff. Haven't been out for, it's been a little more than a week now. Might stop at the neighbor's if his gate is open. Probably have to walk in because I didn't keep the entrance plowed open this winter. Maybe we'll see if the 64 will start. This is the first week that spring seems to be trying to kick in. It's darn near 50. Looks like it's 46 right now. But maybe shovel off the deck a little bit if it needs it. Like I said, see if the 64 will start. I kind of doubt that, but maybe. But I'll bring you back in a little bit here. I'm gonna start walking in. Almost looks like I could drive in if I could have got past where the end of the drive is, but still have to drive through a lot of snow here. Kind of all melted on one side here. I really couldn't drive in the area that doesn't have any snow, because that's really not the trail in. Yeah, looks like I'll spend a little bit and at least shovel the deck off. Still quite a bit of snow in the woods. Like I said, it's probably a week or more since I've been out. A lot of deer tracks in the woods. I'll get the shack opened up and see if the door fixed itself. The door gets out of jam all the time, or it doesn't latch, but I can lock it. Yeah, everything looks like the way I left it. Still got some Campbell's Chunky. You get hungry. Bring back in a little bit. Alright, got that done. Now you can actually see what the new section was that we put on at the end of last year. Actually, it was before deer season. We put the addition on it. Now you have I think there's more square footage out here on the deck than we have actually in the cabin. Next year, for sure, projects, I think we want to put a set of stairs over here, maybe match up with this door here. This edge has to be trimmed yet. We didn't do that before deer season. And probably put a permanent set of steps over here so we're not on this metal thing anymore. I got my little stove table cleaned off, so that was good. This would have been a lot easier cleaning this off if I would have done a little bit a week and a half ago or 2 weeks when I was out, but I didn't. Other projects is we're going to, for sure, because this drives me nuts every spring, there's definitely going to be a gutter up on the front edge here. That'll be a project that we're going to do at some point. And then down these steps, you know, as you come out the door right here, down these steps, we're going to go out into here somewhere and build a probably like a 12 by 12 little workshop shed type thing, so we can come down here and end up having a little workshop to keep tools in and stuff like that. So got a bunch of stuff on the agenda for this year. We'll see if it gets done, I guess. Between hunting and shooting and doing projects, see how much actually gets accomplished. Let's go over and see if the 64 turns over. I'm really doubting that truck is going to start without a little bit of tinkering this spring, but we can give it a try. I guess I was surprised. Guess we'll let this thing run for a little bit. Take the choke off yet or not? Probably not. think I'm gonna let her run for a little bit until I'm ready to get out of here for the day. Ooh, give her about half choke. Walk back to the cabin. I'll let that puppy run. I did not think that thing was gonna start. I thought for sure I was gonna end up having to, or should have taken the battery out for the winter, but I guess she popped off. Alright, well, head back to the cabin and see what else there is to tinker with for the day. I gotta run in town for just a couple errand stops on the way back to the house. But this has been pretty productive then. Deck cleared, probably for the last time of the winter, hopefully. 64 Chev started, running. So all in all, pretty positive trip out to the property. It'll still be a couple 60-degree days before I drive down the driveway and the trail in. I actually like to let that trail dry out a bit before I end up driving on it for the year. A couple projects in here, hope maybe this year. The outside ones are really what we want to accomplish between me and the boy. Maybe some flooring. Probably time to put some flooring down. Maybe switch this out if I can find one I like with a glass front and stuff. This is actually more wood stove than we need for when we come out and stay during the winter or that week in deer season. And then maybe some walls this year, depending on what we decide to use. I don't know if I've really made a decision yet. I know I'm not drywalling. It's definitely going to be some type of easy process paneling or something. I might do some rocky type stuff on that Dura Rock though, just to make that look decent, and then at some point throw up a ceiling. But I guess we'll see. All kinds of plans and not enough time. But definitely the second home for most of the year, actually. I mean, it's about 46 minutes, almost an hour to get here from where we actually live. So I don't think I'm going in the woods at all today. There's still a lot of snow in the woods. Walking be hard. You'd just be hearing me huff and puff. At some point, we'll go down the four-wheeler trail that takes us down to the river and see what's going on down there once a little bit more of this snow melts, I guess. Alright, I'm about done with stuff for the day. Let's go see if the 64 is still running or if it died. I hear it running, so probably could have run without any choke now. Humming away. Humming away. A lot of snow around the truck still. another year driving this around out here. Well, that's positive. Let's see how easy it starts now. There's no choke on. Yeah, this truck's always been good. Maybe this year I'll get around to doing some floor work in it. Some stuff that's got to be done on it. But it is definitely the run around the woods hunting truck. Fall bird hunting. I don't know if the gas gauge works. When I got this truck back from my dad, he said it did, so I don't know. We'll find out, I guess, at some point. Leaves me on a back road out of gas someday. Alright, well, that's that. I mean, shouldn't be too much work this spring getting that going. Yeah, it'll be a while before I drive the truck in down the trail here. I always, like I said, I always like to let it dry up a bit. All right, well, I locked her up for the day. I'm going to huff and puff my way out of here back to the truck. So if you watched any, thanks for watching.